Hey guys, it's your girl T and I'm here for a recap of As the Ratchet World Turns, aka the Love and Hip Hop reunion. So this was part one of the reunion. I cannot wait for this shit to be over. It was ratchet as hell. So we start the reunion off by seeing Yandy, and Yandy's talking about how she's still with Mendices and she talks to him at least 5 times a day. I didn't know prisoners got that many phone calls in one day, but I guess Mendices must be special because his girlfriend is on a reality TV show. But yeah, she talks to him 5 times a day, and Monique reminds her that, you know what, you got to be careful because, you know, those collect calls can be kind of expensive. Monique got on my nerves throughout the entire night with her corny punchlines and her corny jokes. But moving on to some real characters. So next thing we have Erica, Sin, and they finally invite Rich Dollars to come out onto the couch. And they're arguing back and forth. It was so disgusting. It's like literally, it's one thing to curse, but it's one thing when it's an F-bomb every other word. Literally, you could barely understand anything that was going on because VH1 had to bleep everything. It was just so trashy. Even my son walked into the room. He was like, "Mom, what are they doing? I can't even hear anything. I just keep hearing bleeps." Even my kid was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "You're not missing nothing. Go back downstairs." But they just kept cursing and going back and forth. Erica was mad and said she's done so much for Rich. She was crying and carrying on. And finally, Monique is like, "Why are you so upset? You know, obviously there's some feelings there. Do y'all still love each other?" And Rich Dollars gets, you know, real hesitant. He finally admits, yeah, you know, he still loves Erica and that he doesn't owe Sin anything because at the end of the day, that's Erica's girl, not his. And so Erica starts popping off. Sin is crying. She runs backstage and everything else. It was just a mess. Erica refuses to admit that she's still in love with Rich Dollars because Sin is like, "You know what? As much as you popping off, you need to let us know. Are you going to be with me or are you going to be with him? Because you're so upset now that it does look like you're still in love with him." She swears up and down that she's not, but she's lying. To me, like I've always said, Sin is nothing more but a prop in Erica's little game to get more TV time. She's trying to play this lesbian role when it's clearly obvious that neither one of these girls are really gay. They're bisexual at the most. But how she's so upset about everything Rich Dollars does when you're so caught in a happy relationship with Sin. Then if that's not bad enough, she goes backstage running behind Sin, and once again she changes. I'm like, why the fuck does this bitch keep changing like we're at the Emmy Awards? Wear the same shit you came on stage with. Ain't nobody checking for you like that, Erica. Now, she even had the nerve to come on stage with a crushed velvet dress. I'm gonna need Erica to have several seats. She was just doing the most for no damn reason. So the next thing we had Joe Budden and Tahiri. Joe Budden is literally dressed like a 5-year-old boy getting ready for Sunday school. He has on the Bill Cosby sweater. He's wearing pink. I'm like, what is this, Easter Sunday? Or is this a Ratchet reunion show? So they're on the show talking, and Tahiri is just so over dramatic. You know, every time she talks about Joe, she gets so upset and she talks with so much passion. Tahiri needs to win a Screen Actors Guild Award because she's just so damn over dramatic. You know, they're talking about the hair on the pillowcase, and then Monique says, "Girl, you're a detective. You really found that hair and that makeup on the pillowcase." Like I said several weeks ago that Tahiri needs to be the head detective in charge because Tahiri doesn't miss a beat. So they're talking about it. Joe's talking about the failed proposal. You can tell that Joe's upset. He's feeling salty because Tahiri turned him down. She starts talking about why she turned him down, and once again she gets really emotional. She gets real upset. She says she's been close with Joe from day one. She's had his back, but she's tired of the disrespect, the cheating, and everything else. You know, it's just to the point where the marriage proposal didn't work. They both need to just move on. Joe needs to let it go. Joe is not ready to be faithful. He's saying that this marriage is going to do something, but the marriage is only a band-aid. Joe needs to move on, go on with his life, keep running through all these little hood rats. Tahiri needs to go do her thing. Because it's like Tahiri wants a stable relationship, but she knows that Joe is not going to change. So I respect Tahiri for being smart enough to see that and not fall for the okie doke. She gets my respect in that aspect. No woman should have to come home and find some damn drawers in her bed. It reminded me of the whole Maya situation. Y'all remember that damn Maya song that she did with Silk the Shocker? Whose drawers are these? You know I wear a size 4. That's Tahiri all day. Tahiri is Maya. Joe be putting her through some straight up bullshit. And I'm glad that Tahiri was able to see through the bullshit and say no to his bootleg ass proposal. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene we have Niley, and nobody has seen her since her and Sin had the whole conversation and Erica threw money at her. We hadn't seen her since. So she's on stage in this ostrich getup with all these feathers and stuff. And when I tell y'all, folks was roasting everybody at the Love and Hip Hop reunion. They had her compared to Kyle Massey. When I seen this damn meme, I fell the hell out. I'm like, folks was doing so much on Twitter last night, it was insane. So Nia Lee is trying to talk about her whole situation on the show and how honest she was about being a stripper and how she came on there to promote her music. And it's like Erica won't even let her get a word in edgewise. Erica just keeps popping off, talking shit. So finally Nia's like, fuck it. She gets up and she just goes to swing on Erica, and they start fighting, and Monique's foot ends up being the casualty because somebody stepped on Monique's foot. And then Monique comes out trying to play Dr. Phil, talking about, you know, y'all need to get along and it's not that serious. And then they both start talking about, you know, how they want to be friends and they want to get along. They kind of apologize to each other, but then they really didn't apologize to each other. The whole situation at that reunion, that whole scene with Nia Lee and Erica was a mess. You know, I wish they would have just let them fight because Erica talks a lot of shit. And I really want to see Nia Lee knock her the hell out. Moving on to the next scene. So in the next scene we have Dirty Feet, Peter Gunz, and Tara. So they're on stage and they're talking about the whole situation. Tara done cut off all her hair. Tara is a beautiful woman, but I really was not feeling this haircut. And it's not the fact that she has short hair, because a lot of women can wear short hair. And she has such a beautiful, strong face that she should be able to wear short hair. I think it's the way that they cut her hair that didn't look right. Folks were comparing her to Chucky Seed. I mean, they were going in on poor Tara all over Twitter. So they're talking about the whole Peter Gunz situation, and Monique is talking to her. And Tara admits that, you know, when she got with Peter Gunz, Peter lied to her and said that he was not in a relationship. But Peter was engaged to another woman. He had a child on the way, and Tara still chose to be with him. You know, so the whole situation was just sad. She'd been with this man off and on for 13 years. She said that she's known about 2 people besides another woman she knew about, Amina. And what hurt is that she was really rooting for Amina. So Peter comes out and he's saying, well, you should have known, and, you know, I wasn't coming home for days at a time. You should have suspected something. You know, not taking any personal responsibility. But I think what irritated me the most was Monique in this situation. To me, that's why I like Lala hosting, because Lala just does her job. She just hosts. She knows relationships aren't perfect. She knows, you know, her man is probably out there doing his thing too. Who knows? But Monique is trying to give all this advice, and it's like, you need to fall the fuck back. First of all, I don't understand why people get on the internet and act brand new like they've never seen situations like this occur in real life. I know a lot of people who are in miserable relationships, who are with somebody just to say that they're with somebody, but their husband is fucking every girl in the neighborhood. Hell, when I was in high school, I seen relationships like this play out all the time, where somebody's in a relationship, but the boyfriend is creeping or the girlfriend is creeping. A lot of folks play the fool. You know, Tara's not alone. A lot of folks talking shit about her being dumb have been in the same damn situation. Everybody gets played. Everybody gets cheated on. And the ones who swear up and down that their man would never cheat on them, and not my man. I know where my man's at 24/7. Them is the main ones getting fucked around on. You know what I'm saying? You never put nothing past nobody. Everybody plays a fool. Tara learned from it, and now she's moving on. I didn't like the fact that Monique had the nerve to say, well, you know, like the old folks say, like my grandma used to tell me, how you get them is how you lose them. Okay, I could have swore that Peter Gunz admitted that Tara did not know he was in another relationship. Peter lied to her, said that he wasn't with anyone, and Tara took that for face value. After she found out, she figured by then she was already in love with him and she chose to be with him. In my opinion, Monique has no business trying to give out any advice when you sat here back in 2010 bragging about how you're in an open relationship and how you allow your man to cheat. You're in a marriage of convenience. You know what I'm saying? So what are you telling women? You're not telling women how to keep a man. You're not telling women what to do for you so your man doesn't stray. You basically allowed your husband to go out there and disrespect you and cheat with other people. You're okay with that as long as you're able to keep with the facade that you're a happily married woman, which you're not. Your relationship and your marriage was based on convenience only. So you're married, but you're married to a man who's allowed to cheat. You know, I just find that funny that she wants to dole out all this advice and shame Tara as if she doesn't allow her man to do what the hell Peter Gunz is out here doing in the public eye. I'm not saying I feel bad for these people because they know what they sign up for on reality TV, but we all go through things in life. Nobody's relationship is perfect. People go through infidelity. People go through cheating. But to try and make somebody feel guilty when she came into the relationship not knowing, she should have been shaming Peter. Peter was the one who was with his ex-girlfriend who had a child on the way, who was cool with playing her for Tara. But it's like she doesn't blame Peter, but we're so quick to go in on the females as opposed to holding the man responsible for his actions. So I didn't respect how she came at Tara at all whatsoever. So after that, Monique then decides to bring out Amina and Peter on stage, and they start performing. Now, like I've always said, Amina has a beautiful voice. Amina can really sing. She's a very talented woman. But the way that she has her brand out there, the way she brought herself out there to the world, no one is going to respect Amina. Amina will only be playing on reality TV show stages. Amina will not be selling out any, stadiums, any arenas. She'll be doing reality TV for the rest of her life because she allowed Peter Guns and everybody else to gas her head up and put her in this stupid situation when it should have been about the music. And I felt bad, to watch Tara sit there and listen to these lyrics of them basically saying that two wrongs feel so right and that, yeah, he messed up by cheating, but oh well, he's with his wife. This is a woman who held you down for 13 years. So it just goes to show you how trifling some people are. People don't care. A lot of women are just so happy to have a man. They don't care if it's a piece of a man. They don't care if the man's not about shit. As long as they say that they have somebody in their corner that's dicking them down and that they can wake up to every morning, they don't care. And that's what we've come to as a society where relationships to me now are just a joke. You have people out there who are not faithful, fucking everything. Folks starting whole new relationships, starting whole new families, and then the kids suffer. Sad part, you have women who don't have respect for other people's husbands, other people's boyfriends. So then in return, the men, have no problem screwing these women because they don't care. You got AIDS and all types of STDs. People out here screwing without condoms. He's having sex with Tara Ra. He's having sex with Amina Ra. That's not bad enough. In next week's episode, they show Amina pulling the pregnancy test out her bra, showing the world that she's pregnant. It's like these adults have no respect for themselves. There's a baby being born into this foolishness. That's the sad part. Folks keep bringing kids into this world, into just foolish situations, and wonder why the world is all screwed up. So I don't know. The reunion was just a trip. I just was not feeling Monique as a host. It looks like part 2 is going to be even more crunk than part 1. So I can't wait to see the reunion show part 2 next week. So go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the entire situation. All right. Deuces.